we're going to be soaking in another day of perfect weather at Highland Meadows with a tight race atop the leaderboard. Now, Lexi Thompson's day might be over, but she still had a big crowd behind her during round 3 of the Dana Open. Just look at all the fans behind her here on 18. Now, this birdie putt, though, does lip out, so she'll settle for par and finishes at 3 under, shooting a nice 69 in round 3. Moving on to hole 9, it's Lynn Grant, tied for second yesterday, struggling a bit this afternoon as she misses the chip for par. She gets a bogey here and finishes at 11 under, sliding into a 3-way tie for 3rd. Meanwhile, Hyo Jun Jang climbing the leaderboard in a big way, had a par here and shooting a 10 under on the day. Toledo's own Stacy Lewis still going strong, 4 birdies on the day, sinking a par on hole 18 and still in striking distance, tied for 9th with Hae-Jin Choi. Ron Yu had an outstanding day with 7 birdies, including this one on 18, 6 under on the day, 13 under in total as she sits in lone possession of 2nd place. 18 is just the hole to be on because you know it's all about how you finish, right? Mary Lou knocks down a par as she finishes the day at 10 under, joining Jang in that tie for 6th. And then finally, the leader coming into the day, Chinetti Wanaseon, stays in front, picking up her 5th birdie on 18. She's at 16 under overall and will go into the final round with a 3-stroke advantage.
Last year I played in this tournament too, but I didn't did good. But this year is quite play really good. So I didn't expect I'm gonna play like this for this week because I'm flying from French and I think my body is a little bit tired. Yeah, I didn't expect, but I really play well on this week.
I think I started off quite well and then it was just a slow day for me. Didn't really get too close to the pins, didn't hit any good putts really, so I just accepted that it was one of those days and just thought to myself that if I could get under par today, that would be pretty solid. Last year I had a -9 and a -7, so I know that this is possible in this course. And I also know, playing in the last group, it's quite nerve-wracking. It's not always that the scores are super low, so for me, I'm just going to go out and try to play like I've done the last 2 days and kind of see how far that goes.
So taking a look at the leaderboard heading into the final day, everyone is chasing Wanaseon. Now, one name to look out for is Shiyu Lin. She was in 2nd place yesterday, stays in the top 5, joining Grant as well as Su-Chia Chang in that 3rd place tie. Now, let's go back to the course with BCSN's Justin Feldkamp.
Joined now by Claire Batista of the Claire Batista Golf Academy. Thank you for joining us once again here in round 3, Claire. Chinetti Wanaseon, a 20-year-old from Thailand, her 2nd year on tour, 1 win to her name last year, trying to go for her 2nd. How do you get to the top? How about a 66, a 65, and a 66 in the first 3 rounds?
That'll do it. And this course is doable, to shoot low. So it was great 3 rounds from her.
What have you seen out of her that's got her into this position?
She's amazing attitude. Listened to her press conference, and she's just taking it 1 hole at a time. She said she's very tired. She was over in Europe last week at the Evian, so she said she's going to get some rest, have some good food tonight, and see how it goes tomorrow.
She's at 16 under par, and I know that you made note yesterday on Friday in result to 25 players within 7 shots of the lead. After another round, entering the final round, now just 11 within 7 shots of the lead. So where do you think, kind of on a barometer, how close do you need to be to that leader to have a shot to win it?
I think 10 under. If you're at 10 under, you still have a chance.
Okay.
Because this course can be so scoreable. If the greens are still pretty receptive, if you're aggressive, go at the pins, make some putts. You see another 7 8 under for tomorrow's round.
All right, so Hae-Ron Yu is currently in 2nd place. She is 3 shots back, and Lynn Grant, the defending champ, she is tied for 3rd at 5 back. So 2 names there that could be in contention. Maybe give Wanaseon a run for her money.
Yeah, I think Lynn Grant was saying she really did not play well today. Didn't putt well, didn't hit the ball well. nice to shoot one under when you don't play well. So I think, she can come out and maybe give the leader a run for her money tomorrow.
All right, 2 Americans in the top 10, Lucy Lee and Stacy Lewis. Stacy shot a 67 today, the Toledo-born Lewis getting it done and consistently through 3 rounds.
It would be great to see her have a good day tomorrow. Just Toledoan, American, our Solheim captain, definitely, been on tour for a while. I think she's probably like close to 40, so I think.
Yes.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Close enough.
But it would be great to see her, climb up the leaderboard early, maybe put some pressure on the leaders.
Yeah, and she kind of, in some ways, puts pressure on herself because she wants to do so well in front of so many family members. You mentioned to me off camera about the difficulty of the greens and how we haven't seen a really, really low score so far.
Yeah, and this course has kind of been known, 9, 10 under in a round, and the greens are receptive, but it seems to me like a lot of the pin placements have actually been up, like in the front of the greens. And if you get behind the pins, coming downhill, the greens are really fast, so you cannot be aggressive. So if you put it in the right spot, you're looking at some pretty good chances to go under par.
And we haven't had any rain in the last few days here, so some of those greens may be hardened just a little bit. Let's talk about hole number 18, Claire. It's the risk-reward hole. It's a par 5. You can go for that green in 2. Nearly all of the leaders have done so far just that. Explain how that can be such a difference maker here, especially as we go to Sunday's final round.
Well, I think a few years ago, Lydia Ko came into the last hole with at least a 1-shot lead, and I think she doubled it. She went for the green in 2, just kind of made a mess of trying to get it up and down, and lost the tournament. It's a tough green to hit. They're hitting hybrids in from, I guess probably 200. Mm-hmm. It's a small green. It doesn't hold very well. We have seen some eagles, but I would think if I'm going into the last hole and I have a 1-shot lead, I'll probably, play it short, chip it up, make my birdie, and get out, as opposed to maybe falling into one of the traps. Or there's a kind of a fallout zone to the right, and the green's very narrow, so if you get into that fallout zone, it's not a guaranteed up and down.
Yeah, 2 bunkers there on the front left side as you approach the green. All right, Claire, prediction time. Wanaseon, the leader, 3-shot lead entering the final round. Do you think that she maintains her lead to win it?
I think it depends if anyone could put pressure on her early in the rounds. If you can come out a little bit strong. Now, she was saying the front 9 does not fit her eye. The back 9 fits her eye. But if she can throw a few birdies in there early, I think then Wanaseon gets a little maybe nervous because she's won once but hasn't had a lot of experience in the lead. So it really depends on who can come out of the gate fast.
That was a non-committal answer by Claire Batista. Of the 8 golfers within 6 shots of the lead, only 3 of them have won on tour before: Wanaseon, you, and Grant. We will see if those 3 or someone else wins in Sunday's final round.